Good evening and thanks for tuning to Fox 23 News at 9. Today, Ole Miss freshman Jerrion Ealy was named to the midseason watch list for the freshman All-American team. Ealy has 6 total touchdowns to start the year and made the list as an all-purpose pick. Ealy's tallied 384 rush yards, 92 receiving yards, and leads the SEC in return yard average to go along with his 94-yard touchdown return earlier this season against Southeastern Louisiana. Well, it's been nearly 6 weeks since Drew Brees went down with a thumb injury, but the Saints signal caller feels like he's ready to return. After returning to practice this week, Brees was asked today if he expects to play come Sunday.
Are you going to play this week?
That's the plan. We'll see.
What will go into your decision? Is it your decision?
Just making sure I can be me.
Is it strictly your call, or is it the whole organization? What will go into the whole final decision to see if you play?
I think I'll tell Sean if I'm ready, and he'll believe me. Trying to get back as quickly as I can. I understand that this takes time as far as the healing process and that kind of thing, and been living in the training room for the last 4 weeks, unfortunately. But just to be back at practice, getting back into the swing of things has been really good.
Down their best player, the New Orleans Pelicans did all they could to spoil the Toronto Raptors title celebration night, but fell in overtime 130 to 122. Pelicans held the lead late before being bitten by the hot shooting from Fred VanVleet, who finished with a game-best 34. Brandon Ingram, he led it for New Orleans with 22 points. J.J. Redick, he had 16 as the Pelicans season begins in disappointment.
I thought the pace of the game was great. Thought we did a good job early on of playing in space, moving the basketball, making cuts. I think as the night went on, the pace of the game, and we began to play too much isolation basketball. And at the end of the day, they made a couple of big plays at the end that gave them separation. It was the difference in the game.
The Pelicans returned to the U.S. for their home opener Friday night against the Mavericks. Toronto Raptors raised their championship banner prior to last night's game against the Pels while receiving their World Championship rings to open a new NBA season, and these things are massive. Each ring carrying a 1.25 carat diamond on top of the Larry O'Brien Trophy, the largest diamond on any sports championship ring. 16 rubies encircle the top of the ring, one for each of the team's 16 playoff wins en route to the title. There are also another 74 diamonds surrounding the Toronto skyline, those representing the team's 74 total wins on the season. Every player's ring is personalized with his name and jersey number. In total, each massive ring bears 14 carats worth of diamonds. Against all odds, the Washington Nationals took down Garrett Cole and the Houston Astros to win Game 1 of the World Series last night in H-Town. Nats were able to chase Cole, tagging him with 5 earned runs, handing him his first loss since May 22nd. The Astros were able to close to within 1, but would get no closer in the Nationals' 5-4 win. Series continues tonight before shifting to the nation's capital over the weekend. Chicago Cubs tabbing the team's former catcher David Ross to be their next skipper. Team departed from Joe Madden, who took the managerial spot for the Angels last week. Ross played catcher for the Cubs in 2015 and 16. He's been in their front office since retiring from play. He was part of the team's 2016 World Series championship and also won a World Series with the Red Sox. He'll be managing several players he once called teammates, and an official announcement is expected on Thursday.